Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital leak. Monica's funeral twist sparks Tracy's explosive reaction. I would have expected her death and funeral for November sweeps, which runs October 30th through November 26th, but it looks like it's actually going to be sooner. Leslie Charleston's tragic passing was January 12th of this year from complications of a head injury after a fall, and she had had several falls. We knew, of course, we were going to get a Monica scene where she passed. But obviously it has to happen off-screen. It's been since December 2023 that we last saw Leslie Charleston as Monica on General Hospital. That was in scenes where she was wheelchair-bound because she was having balance issues. So, her off-screen death and her on-screen funeral are going to be very sad. This new leak says it's going to bring some big shockers. Erica Slezak joins General Hospital as Monica's sister. The leak says someone unexpected shows up. One Life to Live alum Erica Slezak is joining General Hospital this fall for a short arc. She is not playing her One Life to Live character, Victoria Lord. Erica's representatives confirmed she was going to play a new character. Then, in late July, a leak revealed she would be playing Monica's sister. Now, we've got much more tea to spill with brand new leaks all about this. Monica's off-screen death and on-screen memorial. The first part of the leak says General Hospital has already filmed Monica's off-screen death and on-screen funeral. That means it should be about 4 to 6 weeks or so before we get the death storyline of Tracy's sister-in-law. We're going to find out soon how Monica passes. And then, of course, we'll get her memorial service. For a while now, we've had mentions from Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, Tracy, Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson, and others that Monica has been sick and bedridden. We've seen Tracy being very protective of Monica and the Qs mention her often, but we haven't seen her in 2 years. We've heard Tracy saying lately that Monica's been feeling a bit down. So, Tracy's been running interference to minimize stress on her. As far as her character's death goes, I would guess that Tracy or somebody else in the family is going to report that they went to check on Monica, and maybe she passed away peacefully in her sleep or from heart failure. I would expect it to be natural causes tied to these ongoing illnesses that we've seen and heard about. Jason Morgan delivers eulogy amidst potential Drew drama. The next part of the leak is about Monica's memorial service. We've heard it will be her beloved adopted son, Jason, who delivers the eulogy for his mom. He's going to be heartbroken to lose Monica. Jason loves her. He's been closer to the Quartermaines recently than he has been in a long time. Jason is even living under her roof, so this is a big deal. I do wonder if Drew Kane Quartermaine, Cameron Matheson, is involved. He's supposed to be attacked this week as part of Sidwell's, Carlo Rota, sinister plot. So, maybe Drew is going to still be recuperating, assuming he doesn't die. I know fans would like to see him dead though. Presuming Drew's alive and well, but still a pariah among the Quartermaines, I could see him crashing the funeral. That's not part of the leak. That's just me talking about what I expect terrible Drew to do. I certainly wouldn't put it past him to show up at Monica's funeral and make a scene, making things harder on the family than it's already going to be. A shocking revelation. Monica's mysterious sister. The last thing I want to talk about regarding the memorial service is that there is supposed to be a big shock at the funeral. As I said before, One Life to Live's Erica Slezak is playing Monica's sister, whom we've never seen. I am curious if her last name is going to be Adamson, which is Monica's biological mother's name, or Bard, which was Monica's maiden name. This could be a sister who reconnected with her later in life. If you recall, Monica herself was adopted by Gail Baldwin. I don't remember a lot about that, none of it really, because Monica's introduction predates when I was a kid and my big sister started me watching when I was a little kid during the Luke Spencer, Anthony Geary, and Laura Spencer, Jeannie Francis, heyday. So, I don't remember anything at all about any mentions of Monica's biological family, but GH writers have done a retcon and invented this sister. I'm betting that Erica Slezak's character is the one who wrote the letter that Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, found at Drew's house. If you remember, Martin picked it up. Drew said the kids were coloring on the back of the page and didn't even look at it. But Martin read it, looked absolutely shocked, and hightailed it to the Quartermaine mansion to try and talk to Monica. Martin didn't get to talk to Monica, but he did ask Yuri some questions about this and whether she had talked about her family outside of the ones we know in Port Charles. The Quartermaine mansion inheritance drama. The big leak shocker is that Erica Slezak, playing Monica's sister, stuns the Quartermaines by saying Monica left the mansion to her. The leaker said Tracy's going to flip out and say she can have the house over her dead body. I find it hard to believe Monica would leave the Q estate to somebody outside of the immediate family there, but you never know. Or it could be some kind of strange wording in her will. It could be that it was supposed to go to her closest blood relative, and her sister might qualify. Monica only had 2 biological children, Dawn Winthrop and A.J. Quartermain, Sean Cannon. They are both dead. Monica did legally adopt Jason, but not Drew, and neither of them is blood-related. But Jason presumed dead in the past. So maybe he was excluded from the latest version of Monica's will, and she never updated it when he came back from the dead. Her blood relatives are this mystery sister, and then Michael, Wiley Corinthos, Viren Weaver, and Amelia Corinthos, Sequoia and Serenity Mork-Mako, all through AJ. Monica and Tracy's long-running feud on GH. If you're a long-time General Hospital watcher, you know it's been a huge bone of contention between Tracy and Monica for decades that Alan Quartermain, Stuart Damon, gave Monica the house way back in the day. Occasionally, Monica would take joy in tossing other Quartermains out of the mansion, sometimes Tracy. So, the very idea that anybody but Tracy is going to have that mansion is going to bother her. I'm sure she's going to have lawyers working on it. Martin gets revenge on Tracy? I do wonder if Martin will offer to represent Erica Slezak's character because he despises Tracy. In the end, let's hope the estate stays within the Quartermain family. Especially since Monica's sister isn't going to stay around on General Hospital forever unless something changes. Sometimes they hire people, and they stick around for a lot longer than expected. So, it's sure to be very dramatic. I'm sure Tracy's reaction is going to be something to see. I think it's a nice twist and an homage to Monica's character. The whole subject of the mansion's ownership has been a thorn in Tracy's side for years. It led to a lot of arguments between her and Monica. So, I think this old wound being reopened with Monica's sister is kind of brilliant. Drama and sadness on General Hospital. Almost too quietly, for someone as larger-than-life as Monica. Rumors swirl that she suffers a sudden medical emergency, a heart episode that leaves her unresponsive. The news sends waves through the hospital corridors, and soon, word spreads across town. The matriarch of the Quartermain family has passed away. Ned and Brooke Lynn are devastated. Jason, still haunted by his own past and trying to repair what's left of his family ties, finds himself struggling to hold it together. Drew, already on edge after the recent shooting, takes Monica's death especially hard. After all, she was the one person who believed he truly belonged in the Quartermain family. But something about the way it all unfolds feels off. Tracy, ever the cynic and sharp observer, starts to suspect that there's more to Monica's death than anyone is letting on. And in typical Tracy fashion, she's determined to find out. The funeral that stuns Port Charles. When the day of the funeral arrives, the Quartermain mansion becomes a sea of black attire, somber faces, and whispered regrets. The Port Charles elite gather to say goodbye to one of their most beloved figures. Even long-lost family members and estranged friends make surprising returns. Dylan flies in from Los Angeles, Sky makes an unexpected appearance, and Alan's portrait seems to gaze down upon them all, as if waiting for what's to come. But nothing prepares anyone for the twist that's about to rock them. As Tracy takes her seat near the front, her expression is unreadable, a mix of anger, confusion, and suspicion. Brooke Lynn clings to Chase for comfort. Olivia tries to maintain composure, but even she senses something isn't right. And when Ned begins his eulogy, a heartfelt speech about his mother's strength, resilience, and humor, the tension in the room builds. Suddenly, as if scripted by fate itself, a loud crash echoes through the room. The doors to the Quartermain living room, where the service is being held, burst open. Standing in the doorway, very much alive, is Monica Quartermain herself. The room erupts. Gasps ripple through the crowd. Brooke Lynn nearly faints. Ned drops his note cards. Tracy's jaw tightens as she rises from her chair, staring at Monica as if she's seeing a ghost. The murmurs start immediately. Disbelief, relief, confusion. But Monica, though pale and frail, raises a hand to calm the chaos. Before anyone faints, she says in that firm, elegant voice that could silence an entire boardroom, I need to explain. It turns out Monica's death was not a death at all. According to her, she was placed under medical observation after collapsing, and an administrative error at General Hospital led to the false report of her passing. The hospital, still recovering from recent internal chaos and staffing issues, had failed to confirm the mistake before the news spread. But there's something else. Something Monica isn't saying right away. Tracy can see it all over her face. The hesitation, the guilt, the secrecy. Tracy's fury unleashed. Once the guests leave and the dust settles, Tracy corners Monica in the living room, fury blazing in her eyes. "Do you have any idea what you've done?" Tracy demands, her voice trembling. "You let your own family grieve you. Ned thought he lost his mother. Brooke Lynn thought she'd never see you again. And me, I thought I lost my last real connection to this godforsaken family." Monica, though shaken, tries to explain that it wasn't intentional, that she had her reasons for keeping quiet until now. But Tracy doesn't buy it. Because what no one knows, at least not yet, is that Monica's collapse wasn't an accident. Someone intentionally tampered with her medication. Monica had discovered it herself while recovering. Traces of a drug she'd never been prescribed. She suspects foul play, and she's been working with someone at the hospital to quietly investigate who might want her out of the picture. Her death provided the perfect cover to keep her enemies thinking she was gone. The Quartermain divide. As the truth starts to leak out, both about Monica's staged funeral and the mysterious circumstances leading up to it, the Quartermain family finds itself once again at war. Ned feels betrayed that his mother didn't trust him enough to tell him she was alive. Drew accuses Tracy of making everything worse with her sharp tongue and relentless meddling. Brooke Lynn just wants peace, but even she can't shake the feeling that someone inside their circle is targeting the family. And Tracy? She's livid, not only with Monica but with everyone around her. "You all think I'm the villain here," she hisses during a heated confrontation. "But I'm the only one with enough sense to realize this family is under attack, and has been for months." Her anger turns to suspicion as she starts digging into recent hospital records, family finances, and even the late Edward's trust revisions. Could someone be trying to gain control of the Quartermain fortune by taking Monica out of the picture? Monica's secret ally. Just when it seems Tracy might expose Monica's secret too soon, another surprise rocks the story. Monica isn't investigating alone. She's been working secretly with Lucy Coe, who stumbled onto a mysterious paper trail while managing Deception's financial partnerships. Lucy, ever the opportunist but fiercely loyal in her own way, promised to help Monica uncover who's behind the attempt on her life. Together, they discovered ties to an offshore account connected to ELQ shares, and a mysterious investor who's been quietly manipulating the company's board decisions for months. And when Lucy hints that this shadowy investor might be someone from the Quartermain bloodline, Monica's decision to fake her death begins to make more sense. Tracy's breakdown, and a shocking confession. In the final heart-stopping moments of the leaked episode outline, Tracy finally confronts Monica again. This time, not in anger, but in heartbreak. "I thought you were gone," she says, voice cracking. "And for once, I realized how much I needed you here. We've spent decades fighting, but the truth is, you're the only one who ever kept this family together." Monica, touched but wary, tells Tracy the truth. She believes the person who tried to kill her might not be an outsider at all, but a Quartermain descendant with a vendetta. And that's when Tracy makes a chilling confession. She whispers, "Then you better find them fast, Monica, because if they come for this family again, they'll have to go through me."